Hey everybody, this is Finch, and this is an episode of, we don't have a name for it, so we're going to stick with An Idiot Plays Hearthstone. With me today is Hearthstone expert, Frost.
Expert.
Alright, expert in a sense. You're more of an
Yeah.
expert than the rest of us. And then also today, playing the role of the idiot, is Mcloon.
Hello. Hi. I'm the
Sorry.
idiot.
Yeah, you know what, we don't have a better name for you at this time, so we're going to stick with that until we think of a better one. Quick rundown, this is what we're going to do today, is we're doing an arena run. And Mcloon, you're an arena run virgin, are you correct?
That is correct.
All
You're
right.
popping your cherry.
Yes. So
Lucky
we're,
me.
we're diving into arena, and we're just gonna give him some kind of tips and pointers on the bad decisions he makes, the good decisions he makes, and hopefully people who are playing Hearthstone, you can learn from this and then apply it to future arena runs for yourself. And then if this series works out being super cool, maybe we'll keep doing some more Hearthstone type stuff. So right away, Frost, which one do you take out of these three?
Mage is kind of overpowered. I personally enjoy Paladin though.
All right.
I don't. I usually like to stay away from Mage because I feel like it's pretty dumb. But that's my opinion. But we leave.
Why is the
Mcloon
mage
to have
pretty
the
dumb?
option. Because it's over all the classes, it has the biggest advantage. So like its best cards, like, are common cards. So
Okay.
basically, like I give an example, right? Like so Flame Strike is a common card.
Right.
Fireball is a common card.
Sure.
Those cards are crazy good cards, and Mage has a higher chance to get them than any other classes, quote unquote, good cards.
So why should I play a mage in the arena then? Like I'm
Oh,
playing.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. He just asked me whether I would, and me personally, I don't like to. And the hero ability for Mage is incredibly overpowered because you can target other minions and trade up pretty much every turn
That is true.
if you'd like. And so, me personally, I stay away from Mage. However, I'm not telling you to.
All right. So maybe we should go with the mage.
All
Play
right.
to, right? Yeah.
All right.
You
I hear
play
you, bro.
to win the game.
The game. I feel you.
Oh, wow. Kind of a good hand off the bat with
Yeah,
the
really
Azure
good.
Drake and Argent Commander.
All right, so
Uh-huh.
let's do this format. We're gonna look at the cards. You say which one your gut instinct decides to pick, and then we will kind of either
Exactly.
confirm that
Sure.
or we'll deny that.
All right. So I have a hard time saying no to Argent Commander.
I would agree.
I actually would disagree
Oh,
because
okay.
spell damage is right in Mage's wheelhouse, and card draw is also in Mage's wheelhouse. And it's a 5-drop. It's a 4/4 instead of a 4/2, and Mage kind of doesn't need to have a charger to clear minions because they have Flame Strike.
All right. So I will take the Azure Drake.
Although Argent Commander is really good.
He is really good. I'm guessing I should probably take the Dollar and Mage to, for the spell damage.
Yeah, they all suck. I mean,
Yeah,
I kind
yeah.
of-
Yeah, they are
it's
kinda
it's not
bad.
a great hand.
Although
hand.
Elven Archer isn't as terrible, but yeah.
But
Gosh.
inevitably, you're
Dollar
going to
Mage.
get spell damage cards. You're sooner or later, you're going to get a Fire Blast or Flame Strike, something. So might as well get that spell damage while we can.
I like the Bloodsail Raider.
That's a good card, but you're not going to have a weapon, so you're not going to buff the card.
That's true.
Raging Worgen and the Armani Berserker are so good on Mage. Because if they leave it, you can use your hero ability to hit the minion for 1, and then you can attack twice for 4 damage. So you can do 8 damage on 1 turn if they sleep.
Okay. So Raging Worgen.
yeah.
You don't have to lie. Did you see the pretty lady holding a sword and decide to pick her?
Yeah.
He saw a
she
fat
def-
ass, and he was like, uh-oh,
Wash my buckler any day.
definitely going that one. Picking the booty.
I can't say no. Speaking of swashing my buckler, I can't say no to a nice sheep either. So I think I'm gonna go with the polymorph here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You never know when that will come in handy.
Pretty decent.
Pretty decent. You can get rid of any card and just turn it into a 1/1 and then kill it the same turn through hero power.
I hear you, bro.
Super good. All right, this is actually a pretty interesting lineup here.
Yeah,
I'm stuck between the Brewmaster and the Arcane Missiles.
Okay. Frost, I don't know what you would do. I kind of like the Youthful Brewmaster because I feel like if you get something like a Abusive Sergeant, you could do some kind of wonky stuff with just bouncing stuff back to your hand and then playing it again. I kind of find the 2 mana 3/2 and then also the 4 mana, is it 4 mana 5/4 I find both those panda guys pretty useful. Would you take the arcane missiles though in this case?
Well, because you don't have any 1-drops, you could think about it. But I agree with you. I like the Brewmaster. I think it's Brewmaster, Arcane, and then Earthring Farseer here. I think the Brewmaster 2, even without having to bring anything back, turn 2, 3/2, he's basically a Raptor.
Yeah, with that added bonus.
Yeah, he's good. But yeah, if you can use it late game to get more cards right out of the Azure Drake or something, sure, go for it.
Oh man, I'm not even sure what to pick here. I mean, having 8 armor is really good if they're like a rush deck, trying to hit me in the face as fast as possible. But I think I'd probably go with the Frost Elemental.
That's a good choice. So it's kind of hard to build a rush deck in Arena because all the cards are random. Like, even if you get all the Chargers, that doesn't mean it's going to actually have any synergy.
Right.
And since you're Mage, most of the Chargers, well, most of the early Chargers have 1 health anyway. So they hit you once, and then you use your ability and say, oh, but wait, and they just die.
Right.
And the Lord of the Arena is not really that decent of a taunt because he has 5 health, and there are 3 drops that could kill that.
So,
especially with your hero ability. So Frost Elemental is.
Well, I mean, the Frost Elemental does
so
have
good.
5 health as well, and it has 1 less attack and doesn't have a taunt. So you're saying I should take that because it has that freeze ability.
Freeze a turn. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's at a premium.
All right, Frost Elemental it is.
And he's a giant rock guy who's made of frost. Can't beat that, right?
Both of the other 2 cards are shit, so I'm taking Arcane Intellect.
I mean, the Bluegill's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Don't hate on the Bluegill.
It's a free 2 damage. And you can trade up a lot of the time, too. If they drop something like a Raptor, you can get rid of it real quick. The problem I have with Arcane Intellect is you're essentially taking up 1 card slot and 3 mana to get an additional card. Like, you're not really getting anything from it. It's not like the Drake or something like that where you play a card and then you get another card back, or even like a Loot Hoarder where you throw it down, you can get 2 damage, and then you get another card back. At this point, like, how many times do you really want to pay 3 mana to get 2 cards to really essentially just getting 1 card that you might not be able to play? If you play this on like turn 4, it's useless.
I agree 100%.
So I was leaning towards the
Bluegill.
Yeah.
Get the Bluegill then.
Yeah, because look at that.
Yeah,
face.
I like the Bluegill, but the Arcane Intellect isn't that bad only because of the fact you don't have any card draw. You have 1 Azure Drake.
It's true.
And you don't know if you're going to get card draw, and Mage suffers from, lack
I feel
of
like
card
we're going to
draw.
wheel another Arcane Intellect here sooner or later.
Yeah.
If this was like
probably.
pick 25, 26, then maybe.
Yeah.
I like Frost Nova.
That's interesting. Why? I'm just
Hey, just lock down their board and do what you want, without fear of repercussion of what they're going to do. I mean, they could have more charge cards, but for that turn, they're effectively done. Like, isn't that kind of like
you still have to clear the board eventually, though.
Right? That's like 2 free. That's like 2 turns in a row for free, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing they can do.
But Scarlet Crusader is going to give you 2 cards for 1 card pretty much every single time.
Okay.
Because that
So
Divine Shield. I mean, it's a 3 mana 3/1 with the Divine Shield, which you're going to kill 1 thing for sure, and then after the shield's gone, you can kill something else. Like it, a lot of taunt cards say they have like a the bear, a 3/3 bear, Divine Shield into it, and then you can attack again, get 3 more damage.
Yeah, unless you're playing a Mage, and
then you're in trouble.
Then it's annoying.
You just GG out.
Because you just go 1 for 1. But every other race is pretty much every other class is.
So you're saying I should always pick the lady then?
Always go with the ladies.
I don't know about always, but so if you had cards, I'll give you an example. If you had a Flame Strike, you could prepare the turn before with the Frost Nova, or if you have a Doomsayer here, then there's no point in not taking the Frost Nova because you can drop a Doomsayer, then Frost Nova, then you can clear the board that way without having a Flame Strike. But you don't have anything to set up that spell. Because what comes after that? We don't have Flame Strike yet.
Right.
And even if we get Flame Strike, you don't really need to set up a Flame Strike. It's just every now and again you will.
Sure. All right, so I'm thinking I want to say the Ancient Mage because hopefully I'm going to get some spells here sooner or later. But
20 more cards.
yeah, so I'd probably choose the Ancient Mage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, but the A-Bomb, he's pretty good because especially like if you're playing Shaman, he shits on totems, and if you're playing a Hunter, he shits on all his minions. And if you're playing, especially Rogues, oh yeah, you want to scrub? Okay. So A-Bomb's pretty good, especially in Arena.
I would lean
and
towards
Mage
the
doesn't
A-Bomb.
have a lot of 2 health.
Just because at this point we don't have any spells, there's no guarantee that we're going to get spells. You never know.
Okay, sure.
Just go with the solid, safe pick.
All right.
Here we go.
Man.
And that's that Doomsayer combo I was telling you about.
Okay.
You have the Doomsayer now. Now, if we pick the Doomsayer and you see a Frost Nova, that's the play. But I still don't really think that combo's really
I think
legit.
you have to go Molten Giant, right? And
Molten,
South Sea
yeah,
Captain kind of
100%.
sucks. You're not going to get more
100%.
pirates.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah, and with the Molten Giant, now that means every taunt card I would prefer taking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because if you don't get it early and you get it late, you have that combo, and that will win you a game. At least one game in Arena if you play enough games.
Mm-hmm.
One of your games will be won by the fact that you just taunt out a Molten Giant out of nowhere.
Go.
All right.
Deal with this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
This is tough.
I'd probably go with the Water Elemental.
Yeah, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's a tough one because Stormwind Champion in Arena is unreasonable.
Yeah.
It is so ridiculous how good that card is in Arena.
One thing though, right now, look at our curve. Like we're heavy on like 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't like decks that heavy late because you got to make sure things work, especially with so many like charge cards and all that kind of stuff. Water Elemental is just safe. You can kind of lock something down.
Well, he's arguably one of the better 4
There we go.
Flame Strike.
Yeah.
Can't say no to that.
Easy
even
money.
though you just said, but the other 2 cards.
There's a Stone Tusk Spore. You can get 1/1 for with a charge.
Nah.
Flame Strike.
Yeah, Flame Strike.
That's the money card right there for Mage.
Jeez, Fireball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those 2 you take every time you see them.
Yeah.
All right.
After 3 Flame Strikes, you don't have to take any more, but definitely. All right.
Another easy pick.
What do you take?
I mean, the Dark Iron Dwarf is probably the best.
Yeah.
Even though I'm already, you know,
your curve
we have
is
a lot of middle ground of the curve.
yeah,
That's
but
good.
well, but the strongest cards in the game are 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Like, obviously, you know, more health, more damage comes 6, 7, 8, 9. With like, I mean, if you're adding in all of the quote unquote legendaries,
Right.
but most of the games decided in the mid game. This game is kind of like Dota right now. It's all mid game. So if you have shit to play at 4, you're gonna pretty much lose the game.
All right. I'm leaning towards the Dragonling Mechanic.
Okay, no, that's like a very bad 4-drop.
It's a bad card.
I'd say it's okay if you had that Stormwind Champion because then you're getting more minions out.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
maybe if you're playing Paladin, you got more buffs.
Okay, so then Arcane Missiles.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, that or the 2. Like the Croc is really good too.
It is
But,
good,
yeah,
but the Arcane Missiles are
probably,
nice.
because you don't have any 1-drops right now.
Yeah.
No 1 cards.
Especially if they get like something like an Argent Crusader, you can just throw those
Yeah.
out and then ping it real fast with your hero ability.
Stuff.
Sorcerer's Apprentice sounds pretty nice, even though I do like that Wolf Rider. Just if whatever card they play, just hit them in the face for 3, and see it's gone next turn. But you can take out a lot of the cards early game with 3 damage.
Yeah, it's tough because you don't have a lot of spells and you don't know what you're going to get in the future.
Okay.
Sorcerer's Apprentice is really good, very strong card. Wolf Rider I love because it's basically a removal.
Mhm.
It's removal because you could do 3 damage to anything and just remove it from, or you could just hit someone in the face on an empty board.
Right. So go with the Wolf Rider then.
No, I think I would probably lean towards the Apprentice.
I would
What
too.
about you, Finch?
Yeah, because you
Okay.
don't have that many.
Wolf Rider, it's like so close.
The Wolf Rider is great, but at the same
Yeah.
time, with this deck right now, you're leaning towards more late game oriented type stuff, and that two drop, like you really need to play something on turn 2. Like if they get like get card out turn 1 and turn 2, and you can't play a Wolf Rider till turn 3, it's like you don't want to die. Like you got to keep that momentum, and 2 drops help you get it.
All right, I really Ancient Brewmaster.
Yeah, I love
Go
Panda.
more with the drinking.
Yeah, it's great. Can't go wrong.
I like Panda.
Man, I want to put another Frost Elemental, but I'm still kind of. I feel like there's a lot of late game, so maybe the River Croc, or is that Frost Elemental so
Croc is
good?
No, I would keep going Frost.
Yeah, I mean you do
Okay.
have the 2, 3, 4s, which you need. You're good. Kind of want a bell shape down there with this deck.
Oh
Ooh, this is a tough one.
man,
I guess it's more play style than anything that decides what you pick here.
Yeah.
Because I would lean towards the Argent Commander,
right?
even though Blizzard is so good. Only because that's just how I play. I play board control on pretty much all of my decks except for my Hunter deck, right? Like my Rush Hunter deck.
Yeah, aggressive.
But I don't know.
But
This
one
is
thing
a
though, you have
tough
to remember, we do have like 3 or 4 cards right now with spell damage, so it could be pretty easy
Yeah.
to make that 2 damage into 3 damage, which could be really
Yep.
good. So
Right.
No, I mean I agree.
I'd go Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just a style thing. Yeah.
Man,
Two of them are really good.
I'm guessing
it's-
that
I
Sunwalker
think
is
that's-
probably one of the really good ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love
And then
that card.
the Kodo, the Stampeding Kodo.
Yeah, the Kodo's legit as fuck.
But yeah, that's pros and cons of each.
I'd say Sunwalker is just safe. Stampede Kodo, you got it. If they don't have anything with a minion, they don't have a minion with 2 attack or less, then you're kind of saving it until they do. Sunwalker, turn 6, you can play that thing every single time, and it's going to be good no matter what.
Right.
Taunt, Divine Shield, 4/5. You're going to trade, at least a 2 for 1.
Sure.
Yep.
All right, last 10 cards. Oh yeah,
Thank goodness.
there's one.
The mana.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
card.
not even close. You always have to pick that. That thing is so ridiculous.
Oh, that's pretty.
Harvester Golem. I really.
I like that
I
card
agree.
a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
It's good. You're gonna get a 2 for 1.
Ooh.
So this is an interesting play. Do you go for a support card? Or do you go for a taunt?
I mean, I'm kind of leaning
I know my answer already. I'm just trying to.
right. I like the Flesh Eating Ghoul. Is that in the mix at all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
it's a pretty decent card. Especially since you're killing so many minions.
Right.
I like the Ghoul because sometimes it just gets out of hand. Like there's nothing better than having one that all of a sudden does like 6
Yeah.
or 7 damage.
But it also does have 3 health,
It
and
does.
that's a big problem because most classes can clear that.
Oh, easily.
Me personally, I would pick the Fen Creeper here.
You are lacking
'Cause you
in
have
5s.
Yeah, because you have a big taunt. Yep, exactly. You're lacking in 5s. And the
Okay.
thing about the Ghoul is you can't play the Ghoul till late game anyway because you have Harvest Golem and a Raging Worgen and a Crusader, all better 3 jobs.
Oh, really?
Like, way better than that card, yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
that card is played when you know you're going to clear the board or just trade a lot of kills.
Okay.
So, like, say you're going to Flame Strike at, like, I don't know, turn 8 or 9 or whatever. Right, like, and you have that in your hand, you'll play that, and then hope that nobody does anything. Next turn, Flame Strike the shit out of the whole board. And then you
Right.
punch that guy to the face. That's why it's a support card. Because you're not going to play that at turn 3 unless you don't have anything.
Right. Okay. I like the Frost Warlord here.
Yeah, I like that card a lot.
I mean,
Yeah, I think the Spiteful Smith, though, is really good, too.
yeah, but
I'm sure it's
Don't
good,
hate.
but I don't have a weapon, so
Yeah, well,
it's still a good card without it. Just
yeah,
'cause
yeah. It's the
force.
6
really?
health that make that shit ridiculous.
But that goal-
Because
I mean,
it's a
the-
2-for-1 card, basically, at 5. But yes,
That-
I'm not.
The Warlord is probably going to be a 5/5 when you drop it anyways.
Yeah,
Potentially higher,
100%.
so might as well
Yeah.
go for it.
oh man. I'd go with the Chillwind Yeti over their Armani Berserker.
Yeah,
Every time.
I like the Yeti.
100%.
Man. He's just a safe, it's good.
That's
standard
one of the
pick.
best cards.
More Frost Elementals. I mean, we are talking to Frost, so there's no reason why I should take a Frost Elemental, right?
Yeah, I mean, this one's hard because I think they both, you already have them. It
Fenrir
depends.
might be nice just to.
That's what I was going to say.
keep
It
you
depends,
alive.
though. to keep more taunts on the board as a mage is pretty good too.
Yeah, I would do a Fen Creeper.
I just
in this
think
case.
more Frost Elementals. I think at this point you have more than enough. You don't need any more.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fin Creeper.
I would go Fen Creeper. Now. If it's a Water Elemental, you pick that shit every time.
Yeah, that card's great.
Water Elementals are unbelievable.
All right.
In this
But
case,
the Frost Elemental's a little bit different. I'm sorry. I was just about to fucking spew some shit.
ruin it.
What are you gonna do?
I really like drinking, so Ancient Brewmaster again.
No,
I like the Stranglethorn Tiger quite a bit.
Really?
100%.
Because it's a stealth card, they're not going to be able to attack it, and it's a 5/5. So if they drop,
it sets up your next
Booty
play.
Bay, they drop a Taz Dingo, whatever it may be, you're going to be able to kill that right away, and then you can set up your next attack.
All right. Stealth.
And the Brewmaster is great, but if you have too many of them, then you get in this weird place where you bounce all your creatures, and it gets frustrating.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I think it's between the Novice Engineer and the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I mean, I do have some spells in this deck, but not that many.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be probably leaning towards the Novice Engineer. Get more cards.
Could. Frost, you probably agree with me, a Jungle Panther, right?
100%.
That card is the same thing. Four mana. I mean,
Yep.
4/2 for 3 mana. You're going to kill anything at turn 3, turn 4.
Yeah.
Because that does a lot of
I remember
damage.
both of them trade up. So the Stranglethorn and that one.
This is a tough pick.
Actually, not really.
I like all 3 of these cards.
Oh, no. I do too. Don't get me wrong.
I think there's one better than the rest, but all 3 of them I think are viable.
I 100% agree. But your curve is so even that it's not like you're going to need one of them over the others.
Yep.
Chillwind Yeti.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last pick.
Man. That I think I kind of have to go with Big Game Hunter.
My man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because a Mountain Giant, remember, you don't have card draw, and you're always going to play minions. Look at your cards. You're never going to have enough cards. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get that Mountain Giant out.
And
Blood Knight, you don't really want to screw over your Crusader because you really only have one, and you don't know if other people are going to have that in Arena. Big Game, you can play it at 3 if you have nothing else, or you can save it for the late game. I would prefer to obviously kill something with it. But
nothing better than killing a Ragnaros or something like that with the 3-mana card. It's great. All right, there's a deck. So we're going to make a deck. We're going to make a cut here, and we'll record some later on. We'll see how this deck matches up in the arena. Thank you guys, Frost, Mcloon, for being here. Until then, we'll be back with another set of Hearthstone. Do we have a name? Let's pick a name.
The Arena.
Okay, that is the worst name ever. So we're going to keep brainstorming names. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.